Welcome back, 40k fans, Battleforge Brothers, to another 40k battle report. And today it is the young versus the old. Not talking about me and Graham. I am slightly older than him, however, and I will be taking command of an old force. It is Tau versus Eldar, isn't it?
Versus Eldar, yes.
Yeah. It's been, I don't even know if we've had an 8th edition game. It's been ages since they've been on the board, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I honestly can't remember. I think we've maybe had one game against each other in 8th, with them.
I don't think we've had one in 8th, but I think we've definitely had it in 7th. That was our first battle report.
Yes, it was, yeah, the very first one. So check out the first one down at Warhammer World. But yeah, it was a while ago. But anyway, we are playing over a Tau research centre, similar to the battle report that we. It's not up yet, and it'll probably be, well, it'll be on before this actually now, the time that we're recording this. So there's a little bit of Tau terrain, there's some Eldar structures on there as well, just to make it a little bit more thematic. 2,000 points, and it's obviously new Tau Codex.
Tau Codex, yeah.
Obviously the Eldar have had theirs for quite some time. Looking forward to it. It's going to be quite interesting game. We are playing one of the chapter approved matches today. Anything that you, what model should we watch out for in your force today then? Without giving too much away for your list.
I would possibly say Tau, shooty. Anything shooty, watch out for.
Anything? Any particular model? No.
I would just say just a whole load of
keep your cards close to your chest. Right, and as Eldar, I think something rather big. Maybe say hoping that he's going to do something well. Of course, the Wraith Knight. Yeah. So let's go and have a look at the board and the scenario, and then have a look at the armies. Right. So this is the board that the Eldar and the Tau will be fighting across. As you can see, if you have watched the battles at the bunker, it's very similar. Probably the same planet. So we've got the big Tau bridge structure going right the way across the middle, the centerpiece. Graham spent quite a lot of time making this out of clocks, so I think it looks really cool. There's a bunker here, research, and there's a bunker over there, and obviously an ancient webway gate over there, and just some custom made terrain just here as well. So the mission that we're playing is Scorched Earth from chapter approved. We haven't actually played a chapter approved one before, so it's going to be interesting. So there is 6 objectives on the board. Me and Graham have also made a house rule because the mission requirements are each objective, not going to bother telling you the numbers because it doesn't really matter, but there's an objective on the top of here, there is one here, there's one just near the ruins there in my deployment, there's one just near the webway gate, there's one near the bunker which is in Graham's deployment. There is, where's the other ones? Where have you hid the other one, you sneaky Tau?
1, 2,
I think that's it, isn't it?
3, 4, 5.
Ah, 5's down there. Okay, and that is all the objective markers. So, for Scorched Earth, for those who don't know, the objectives that are in the deployment zone can be raised, which means if I end up controlling it, taking it off Graham, then I can potentially raise it if I wish to, for a potential D3. But once I do that, that objective is then removed, and Graham can of course do exactly the same with mine down here. The ones that are outside, you can't do that with, but they're worth just 1 objective point. And of course, First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker as well. So we are looking forward to this one. It's a bit of a new one. We haven't played it. It's going to be interesting with Tau being a gun line, Eldar trying all their trickery and fast movement. It's going to be interesting. So let's go and have a look at the armies. Right, okay, so this is 2,000 points of Borkan Sept Tau. Here to take on the Eldar. So, right, we're going to move across this side. So we have a squad of 12 fire warriors here, all armed with pulse rifles.
Pulse rifles, yeah.
Just across this side, a squad of
4
markers. And then the XV-88 is that? For
XV-88 battle
broadside?
Yep, the broadside. And he's armed with the high yield missile launcher and the plasma guns, and he's also got a shield.
Okay, and then of course the big lad at the back, the Storm Surge.
Yep, Storm Surge.
What's he equipped with this particular game?
With the pulse driver cannon this time.
Okay. Smart missile.
Smart missile system.
Just the usual stuff you normally have.
Usual stuff what I normally have. Smart missile system, the cluster missile system, the pulse driver cannon, and he's also armed with a shield.
He's got the burst cannons underneath there as well, hasn't he?
And the
destroying
burst cannons,
missiles.
underneath, yeah.
Okay, another squad of fire warriors down here. Exactly copy and paste of this unit.
Yep, all three.
All three units are the same. You've got the ethereal at the back, just keeping them all together. You've got another squad of marker drones here.
Yep.
Riptide.
He's got the generator shield, and he's armed with the ion cannon, and also the smart missile system.
Okay. And then obviously for the stealth teams, because these can deploy as long as they're 12 inches away from an enemy unit. So what's this? 3 squads of...
3 squads armed with burst cannons, 3 squads of stealth suits, burst cannons.
So one fusion in this squad, one fusion in that one, and none in that one.
All burst cannons on there.
And then of course Shadow Sun at the back.
Yep.
And just in Manta Strike for yourself, you've got your Warlord, I believe?
We've got the Warlord, the Commander, armed with 3 fusion blasters and a generation shield. And we've got...
Generation shield. Like the generation game. Shield generator.
Shield generator.
I love that. Generation shield sounds much better.
We also have a squad of crisis suits armed with fusion and burst, also with shield generators.
Shield generators.
Anything that can take a shield generator has taken a shield generator.
They're the only like system upgrades that them guys have, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And that is Borkan Sept, which gives you... Is it an extra 6?
For rapid fire weapons, instead of half range, you add 6.
Yeah, add 6 to it. Okay, that's pretty decent. Any relics?
No.
Not the. Well, we'll decide. You haven't had a look there, have you?
I've had a look. I don't really. There's nothing really I can take a relic in this army.
Well, you know.
I'm quite happy with
it's something free.
Right,
so not a problem. This is a battalion detachment, of course, as well. And battle forward, so 8 command points. You haven't used any prior to the game?
Nope, I haven't. No.
Okay, right. Looking pretty good on the numbers, actually, for a lot of troops. Just the 2 big guys in the back. Quite a nice spread.
And something to note, this army, featured a few times on the channel, hasn't actually been beaten. It
hasn't? I was just about to say that as well. You must have read my mind. So yes, at the current moment, the Tau are pretty much undefeated. So let's go and have a look at the army that's going to break that cycle. Right, so this is 2,000 points worth of Craftworld Ulthwe. All Ulthwe units, and none of this shenanigans and mixing. I know it's quite good to do that, but I would just forget. So this is, these are going to teach this new force a lesson. So we have obviously the big lad here. We have the Wraith Knight, just equipped with the Wraith cannons. He does not have the star cannons on the top. One of them is magnetised. The other one I glued on years ago, so I'll leave them on because it's easy. We have the Warlord down here, which is the Autarch on bike with laser lance and a fusion gun just underneath. The relic he's chose is, I can't pronounce it, but it's basically the mantle that makes -1 hit him. At the back, we have the sexy Bone Singer, looking really cool there. We have a Wave Serpent armed with twin Shuriken on the top, Shuriken Cannon on the bottom, and inside of there is a unit of Dark Reapers. Dark Reapers have an Exarch, but he's just got a Reaper launcher. We have a squad of Black Guardians with Bright Lance, 10 there. We have the Avatar. It's been a while since he's been out on the board, so looking forward to see what he can do. We have a unit of 5 Dire Avengers, Exarch with the pistol and Dire Sword. We also have another squad of Guardians here, exactly the same as this squad here. And then I'll have to move around slightly because of the big terrain feature here. But we have a squad of 3 Vipers, all equipped with Shuriken Cannon on the top, Shuriken Cannon on the bottom, paid the points for them. Just in reserve, we also have the Striking Scorpions, which are lurking around somewhere across the board. I have also paid 3 command points, so we're down to 5 already, because we'll put the 2 squads of Wind Riders in the webware. The Wind Riders have 1 Shuriken in each, because they are the old style models and I had to convert them. But that's the way that the board's looking at the moment. We'll just come around this side, just so I can grab a dice. Because I did finish deploying first. So we're going to have a quick roll off, see who goes first. I'll get +1 on this. So 6. So technically becomes a 7. Do you want to try and seize, sir? Don't you dare. No, it is the Eldar going first. Yes, it is. Graham's had a nasty habit of going first or stealing the initiative. So it will be the forces of Ulthwe going first against the Tau. Right, so the Eldar have made their move. Right, so what have we done? We've disembarked with the Dark Reapers, just so they've got a bit of a better line of sight. The Wave Septoners then just moved off, looking around to get a bit of a sweeping around this side, and also a little bit of protection in the upcoming turns with the rock there. Might block a little bit of line, but I don't really think it will do. Wraith Knight's leading the charge. He's just gone straight up, taking a commanding view of the field, backed up by the Bone Singer. The Warlord, he's just come up as well. Just with him having that character keyword, he's going to be a little bit tricky to target at this stage with the Wraith Knight soaking up the damage. But to be honest, I think Graham's probably going to want to bring this thing down. The Avatar has advanced 9 inches. He's just come through the ruins alongside these guys who've just moved the standard move. The Dire Avengers have just stayed where they are for the time being. And this unit has moved up their standard 7 inches as well. Just to get a few shots off of this. And then just at the top, the Vipers have just moved straight 16 up with the having the fly keyword, looking to get some shots down at the stealth team, just with a bit of a command in view. And at the end of movement, that's everything all done. We've got no deep strikers, no nothing like that yet. We are biding our time. So we're not going to do any psychics. We do have a psyker, being the Bone Singer, but he's not going to be in range to do anything. And he doesn't need to do any repair work yet. So he's going to stay where he is. So we're just going to go straight into the Art of War. Right, so we are just at the top of Eldar shooting. And we are going to start off with the Wraith Knight, firing both its heavy Wraith cannons. I'm going to fire into the Storm Surge. I was debating whether to go for the Riptide, but I think we need to knock some wounds off this lad first. So we are hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for the Autarch. Okay, so we do get 1 miss, and this is a re-roll, which is 6, so 3 hits. Any protection or anything like that from hits for that guy?
No.
He hasn't got any stealth, nothing like that?
No.
Okay, so strength 16.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8. Okay, so this would be 2s, 2 wound. Okay, we got a 3 and a 3 and 1 that misses. And this is at -4.
Right, so I've got to be 5+.
So 2 5 up for your shield. Okay, you pass one of them.
One goes through.
Yeah, and D6 damage. 1. I will definitely command point that. 2. Lose 2 wounds. And just roll to see if I get a 1 back. No, we don't. See, that would have been better.
So,
yeah, so
18 wounds.
2 wounds dropped. So not the best shooting from him there. Bit of a shame. Right, might as well just move straight on to the wave serpent here. So we're going to do the ones on the cannons on the top. We're going to fire into the drones here. So we're hitting on 3s. Oh, terrible. 4 misses straight away. And strength 6, their toughness will be what, 3?
I won't necessarily 3, but I'm just going to double check them. Yeah. Toughness. No, toughness 4.
Toughness 4. Right, okay, so 4s. 3, sorry. Well, 1 that misses. And 1 normal save.
4 up saves. Yep, passed.
Yeah, fine. The 1 underneath. Of course, that one does well. And 3s to wound, being strength 6. That is 2 wounds.
2 5-ups.
Okay, we drop 1. They are only 1 wound models.
Yep, 1 wound models.
Okay, 1 gone there. Right, we are going to plough through, probably go this way and move on. So we'll come back once the shooting has been completed. Right, so we are just back after shooting for the Eldar on their turn 1. Obviously, we seen the damage, well, the very little damage that we've done here, and also the very little damage here. To be honest, nothing really worth writing home about. Stars of the show with the Dark Reapers really dropping the Riptide down to, how many wounds have got left? 6?
He's got 8 wounds.
8 wounds left. Yeah, we took. We took 6 off him, wasn't it? Nothing else really. We got a couple of bright land shots through, but Graham passing them there. And we did 1 wound here and 1 wound here. That came from this squad down here, and these. No, sorry. Yes, they did shoot but didn't do any damage up here. These 2 shot down at this squad, and this one shot down at that squad. That's where the wounds came from. And just at the end, I have used a stratagem. We did not get a point back for it either, but we used Fire and Fade on this squad here. So we shot with them, and then we've moved right underneath this bridge here, just to keep them a little bit better protected. Graham will have to manoeuvre if he wants to shoot at this squad. But I think he's got other targets on his mind. We have no assaults. We've done very poor this round. Have the Eldar been arrogant as always? We'll have to wait and see what the Tau will do to punish them. So we'll come back after Tau movement, turn 1. Right, so the Tau are on the move, and it looks as though the stealth teams, the stealth camouflage is brilliant on these. You can't even see them. That's because they have chopped back down here. I thought they would, so these Guardians are going to be in trouble under here. Just at the beginning of the turn, Graham used a stratagem, the automated repair system, and got 3 wounds back on the Riptide, so he's back up to 11. These guys have all stayed stationary. The Riptide, the Storm Surge has dropped his anchors as well. Have you enacted anything with your Nova Reactor there?
3.
Has your Ethereal done any powers for him yet?
He's done the Storm of Fire.
Storm of Fire on him as well.
Yeah.
And everybody else has stayed stationary apart from the drones. They've just come across this side here. So there's a lot of shooting that's probably going to come my way here. So we'll come back once Graham has decided where he wants to start, and we will hopefully see if we can weather this storm. Right, we are just getting towards the end of the tower shooting. There's been a lot happening, but we have the big lad here is going to shoot pretty much everything at the Wraith Knight. He's already been dropped down to 15 wounds. That was from firepower from the ion cannon from the Riptide. So helping out there. So the only weapon that's pretty much out of range is the burst cannon. So what are you starting off with then, Graham?
Cluster missiles.
Cluster missiles. Okay, so 4d6 shots.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots.
12 shots for them. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of firepower coming in at the Wraith Knight. Obviously, the tow line has been commanded.
4s, re-rolling 1s because of the Mark Light.
Yep, Mark Light was popped earlier. Okay, so
1, 2,
And there's 1 3 is a miss.
So there me hits.
The reroll.
Reroll me 1s, 4s. I'll get 1 out of that. It is strength 5.
Okay, so 5 to wound, just as I said. 2 wounds off that.
Yeah.
Any minus for cluster?
The cluster is nope, no minus.
No minus.
1 damage.
Okay, so 3 ups. Okay, followed by 6 up all 3. No, so we do take a wound. Drop this down to 4. Okay, well, what's next?
Right, we'll do the smart missile system, which is on top. So it's 4 each.
Okay, so 8 shots from this.
That's 8 shots.
Same again.
4s, rerolling 1s.
It's good that you're getting the mark light off with the 1s, just helping the rerolls here.
An extra 1.
An extra 1, yeah. Same again, strength 5.
Yeah.
So 5 to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound. And there's no minors on this, so 3s we pass. And for the main event,
we'll do.
or are you doing your destroying?
I'm doing my destroyers first, so I do need 6s on these.
These are mortal wounds.
A unit with this weapon suffers D3 mortal wounds. Each destroy missile can only be used once per battle. This weapon only hits on a roll of a 6.
Okay, so all 4 6s.
If I had more marker lights, I would have been hitting on 4s. 6s. No.
No, that's every one of them expended.
Yeah.
Unless you want to use a command point to re-roll one of them.
I'm not. No.
You're not. Okay.
I'm not going to gamble.
Okay, so down to the main event.
Down to the main one.
This
which
is the pulse driver.
Pulse driver cannon. Heavy D6.
Want a high number here, ideally. 4. That's respectable.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, yeah. 2 hits.
Okay.
It is strength 10.
Okay, that'll be 3s to wound.
Yeah. 1 wound.
1 wound comes through.
I'm actually going to
command point that. Okay, 2 wounds.
2 wounds. It is -3 and D6 damage.
-3, so 2 6-ups. 5 and a 3. So we fill them. And then you do your D6, then I do me all 3 saves.
D6.
So 7 wounds altogether. Let's see if our all 3 craft world attribute can save a couple of these off. We save 1.
So 6 wounds.
So 6 wounds dropped. That is impressive. So take that off and drop this down. Actually drop that down to 4 and then the nice and match. So dropped. The Wraith Knight's taken a massive hit here. It's down to 8 wounds. And I believe that's all your shooting done.
Yep, we did say that we did put the stabilisers down. You do that at the end of your shooting phase, so I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, he's got his high heels on now, so so from the next shooting round, obviously, it'd be re-rolling 1s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from that, the broadside, he took a couple of pot shots. The Wraith Knight did no damage. A lot of rapid fire power coming in from the Fire Warriors. The Wraith Knight did nothing. A lot of firepower coming in from these 2 squads, wiping out this squad of Black Guardians down here and gave the Tau first blood. And this squad here is massively reduced down to 2. We did play a Celestial Shield to protect them a little bit further forward. So we're going to do a quick morale for them. So they have 2 left, so they've lost 8. We are leadership 8. And a 1. Oh, we pass. So we are fine over there. So a very good round from a very good firepower from the Tau there. We are quite diminished on model count, but webway strike maybe. We'll have to wait and see. And here's a little bit of hissing going on and chainswords wearing up. Somewhere on the board is the Striking Scorpions. Will they come out now or later? We'll have to wait and see. But we're going to go into turn 2 for the Eldar. Right, so we are just back after movement for the Eldar on their turn 2. So we've moved the Dark Reapers have just moved up their standard 6. We moved the Wraith Knight, seeing as he's down to 8 wounds, he moves 10. And we advanced the Bone Singer as well, he moved up 9 in total. We moved with the fly keyword, we moved across here just onto this bridge, more than an inch away from the enemies there. We moved up the Avatar. We did advance him, so he moved 9 inches. These guys have just scooted across just to stand aside with him in awe. The Dire Avengers have just repositioned ever so slightly. Excuse me. The Vipers, they've just came straight down here just to lend some fire support alongside with the Autarch, the Warlord. Just across this side at the end of the movement, the Scorpions have came out of cover. They're looking to get some shots, potentially charges that way. And the webway has opened and both squads have came out. Don't know where I'm going to direct the firepower from them at this stage. Whether to go for the Riptide or whether to go for the stealth teams or the marker drones. Not too sure at this stage. But we'll continue on. We have very quick psychic and shooting. So we'll come back once that has been completed. Right, so we are back just after a very quick psychic. Well, I say psychic, it's repairing. So I used stratagem, I used T's Visha and also the D3 mortal wounds there. And we got 5 wounds back in total on this lad. So he is a little bit better off. Shooting, very poor from this guy today. He got one, he actually missed every single one of the hits, and then I used a stratagem as a command reroll. Got that back, so we're on 2 at the moment, and dropped, I think it was 3 wounds off him. Yeah. The majority of the wounds, however, came from these. Star of the show so far. They dealt 12 wounds on the Storm Surge. How many wounds has he got left, Graham? 2. Yeah, he's dealt 2 wounds. Absolutely phenomenal work from them. Certain shield was dispersed, as well as everything else firing into this squad here. And these have lost a grand total of 6, I believe, for that squad.
They've lost 6.
Yep,
yeah.
This squad's lost 6.
7.
7, sorry, for that one. And then we split fire as well. So we shot one of these into that squad there, and these 2 into the Riptide. This squad lost 4 altogether, yes. So very good shooting there. We also shot the fusion gun from the Autarch into the Riptide, and he has dropped down significantly as well. He's down to 4 wounds.
Yeah, took off 6 wounds. We
did try a pot shot from the Bright Lance, but failed, and then cheekily decided to fire the shuriken catapult from this guy and failed as well. We also shot a couple of the wounds on this squad came from this unit as well. Everything shot in across at them. And then the pistols firing in did no damage down at this squad here. And apart from that, that's everything shot that can shoot is done. So we do have some charges to do. So I am going to charge, a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to see if I can get the Avatar into combat with the the Riptide. So we need 8 to get in. You will get Overwatch.
I will get doing Overwatch, it. Yeah. So we've got the smart missile system, so it's 4-piece. 6s. 1, strength 5, what's your toughness?
Toughness of the Avatar is, I want to say 7. He might be 6 actually for the Avatar. It's been a while since I've used him. Where's he gone?
I want to say a 7, right?
No, I'm wanting to say a 6 for him. Yes, toughness 6.
Toughness 6, so 3s.
What strength, sorry?
No, strength 5.
Yeah, 5s.
5s. Hits.
Okay, there's a wound.
There's a wound.
No minors or anything.
Nope.
3 up. Nope.
Loses a wound.
We don't, not yet. 5 up for molten body.
Right, yeah.
No, nope. He does lose a wound. So he's down to 7 wounds.
Right, so the ion accelerator, I'm going to overcharge it. Use the overcharge stat. Add it 2. And we need 6s. And we get nothing.
Nope. And that's it, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Do we get in? 6. Oh, yes, on an 11, that'll definitely be in. So, Avatar is going to surge straight forward. Graham's just going to move him there. Other charges we have is we want to attempt to get them guys into combat with the stealth team. I'll just come around this way, it's a little bit better.
Stealth team.
Yep, this stealth team here. So, 1, 2, 3. So your burst cannons.
So we've got 2 burst cannons, 6s. 1, strength 5, toughness.
Toughness 4.
3s. Hits, save throw.
No, it's not toughness 4, sorry, it's toughness 3 for them.
Oh, well,
would have wounded anyway.
Yep.
No minus?
No minus,
Okay.
not for the best can.
3 up. Yep, on a 3 we pass.
And
the
fusion blaster. No.
Nope.
Maybe.
Right. Do we get in? Is the all-important question for these guys. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, they will be in. Move them over in a second. And the other 2 charges we have, I'm going to charge the Wave Serpent into this squad. And then I'm also going to do the Wraith Lord as well, just for that order. So then once that's done, we'll come back obviously to see what the Overwatch result was. Right, so we are just back after the assaults has been completed and the end of turn 2 for the Eldar. Wraith Knight failed to get in and took 1 wound on Overwatch. Combat-wise, we did no damage with the Wave Set. We didn't think we did. Graham did get a hit, but he failed to wound. No damage took from Overwatch there, with the Greater Good rules kicking around as well. We did pretty alright. Over this side, Graham, we did get wounds through, but Graham passed his invuln saves there with the Nova Reactor, giving him a 3-up invuln previously. And across this side, Scorpions wiped out that unit and consolidated this unit as well. But they do have the fly keyword, so they'll probably just do a bunk. So apart from that, that's everything all done and dusted. Looks as though the Eldar are wanting to get stuck in, but we're going to have to wait and see what the Tau do in response. So we will come back after movement for the Tau on their turn 2. Right, so we are just back after the movement for Tau on their turn 2. Just to mention, Graham has no more command points left because that he's used his last stratagem for the automated repair system and gained 2 more wounds back on the Storm Surge. So he's back up to 5? 4 wounds. 4 wounds. Okay, pretty much the gun line stayed where it is. Fell out of combat here, just jumped up. The Markelites have jumped up as well. These stealth team have fell out of combat with the Scorpions and moved up this team here. Shadow Sun and the other team there. And apart from that, just at the end, the commander is on the field alongside with his Crisis bodyguard team here. Looking to get some shots into the back lines of the Eldar. So we will have to see what firepower can be unleashed. So we'll come back once the shooting has been completed off. Right, so we are just back after quite a long shooting phase for the Tau here. Right, so Wraith Knight's down to 4 wounds. That came from firepower coming in from the Riptide and also the Storm Surge, the Broadside, and rapid firing from these guys here. Managing to take it down to 4 wounds. A lot of damage coming in. These guys rapid fired into the Avatar, dropped them down to 6, so not too bad there. A lot of firepower coming in from the stealth teams and Shadow Sun on this guy here and dropping him down just to 5 wounds, so not too bad there. At the last lot of shooting, these guys all firing in at the Dark Reapers. I did play my final stratagem, didn't get any command points back. Lightning fast reactions, just minusing some of the hit rolls, but we do still have 1 left for the Exarch. And apart from that, that's everything all shot the can shoot has done. Graham does, surprisingly, Tau are going to charge. So this squad, then that squad, then Shadow Sun are all going to charge into this here. So I will get Overwatch. So I'm going to do, obviously you are putting this squad in first.
Yeah. So
6s, rerolling 1s for the Autarch being that. Yes, we do get 3 hits, and it is, they are toughness 4, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3s. Oh, we do get 1 6, so that is
5 up.
Your invuln for that, yeah.
5 up shield generator. Passed.
Passed, and your standard save.
3 up. Oh no.
That is 1 wound, so they're fine there. Do they get in?
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Should be enough to get them in.
Yep.
Yep, so there you're in. Got to put them round that way though, because you can't be within an inch of these 2. So, see if did the other guys get in? The squad here?
Oh,
I highly doubt that they're going to fail.
Yep,
they're in. And Shadow Sun?
Shadow Stone herself. 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
6 should be enough for her to get out.
She can get around here.
Yep, she's in. So that's pretty much all the charges done. So we'll come back after that's been completed. It's going to be a pretty boring combat, to be fair. It is Tau after all. And then we will come back once end of turn 2 for Tau's being completed. Right, so we are just back after the end of Tau turn 2. And as you can probably guess, nothing particularly happened here. Shadow Sun dealt 1 wound. We dealt 1 wound back, but Graham passed his save. Apart from that, Graham's a bit disappointed with that round. I think it went a little bit wide. It could have gone better, but I think taking these down to 1 and taking the Wraith Knight down to 4 wounds, I thought that was quite good. I would imagine that Graham obviously wanted to kill that, wipe these out, wipe them out, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So we'll come back after movement for Eldar on their turn 3. Right, so we are just back after movement for the Eldar on their turn 3, and a lot has moved. So these guys have moved up with their 7 inches, 4 inches up and 3 inches in, so they're up there. Same with the Scorpions, so they're going to be looking to probably get some shots and charges there. The Wave Serpents fell out of combat and moved up to here. He is an inch away, well, he's over an inch away from that. Wraith Knights moved up, and the Bone Singers moved up as well, just closely following behind. This guy, he did pass his morale, and he's moved just closer towards the webway here. Maybe he's looking to escape. The bikes fell out of combat, just come down this side and just moving around, just to give you a bit of a better view. Jet bikes, the 2 squads has moved up, and the avatars moved up as well. Autark has just moved down as well, looking to lend some fire support with his fusion gun and also charges with his laser lance. So we will go very quickly, see if we can repair some wounds on this guy, and then we will go into the shooting phase. Hopefully we can dish out a lot of damage. We need a good round this particular round, so let's see what we can do. Right, we are just back after shooting and healing. So we did heal a couple of wounds back onto the Wraith Knight, get him up to 6. He's did pathetic for shooting this turn. So shot into this guy here and failed absolutely every single... Well, he got 1 hit, got a wound, Graham passed his in run, so very poor there. His place in the list could potentially be justified. Unjustified, sorry. Firepower coming down from the Wave Serpent, wiping this squad out, which was great. The Autark firing with his fusion gun up to here, took out the Riptide. We also did a couple of pot shots from this guy and took one of the marker drones out. We also took one of the stealth teams, so this guy's down to 1. A lot of firepower coming in. We shot... no, actually, sorry, it wasn't the fusion gun from him. Actually, he hit, but then you passed your in run. It was actually the Avatar, just within 12 inches with his Whale and Doom. He's killed it. These fired across into this squad as well, ignoring that. I know they fired into the Storm Surge, sorry, and we've dropped the Storm Surge down to 2 wounds, and then firepower coming in from these Wind Riders, trying to chip in a little bit of support there, but failing. We also tried to do a random shot from this guy down across here, and we failed. Apart from that, that's everything all done. We do have a couple of charges to set off. So, we are going to charge the Guardians into the marker drones. See if they get in. 4 inches should be enough to get them in.
Again. 4 inches, yeah.
Okay, so just shift them up. Don't destroy the bridge. Okay, we're next. Obviously, we have allocated this target here, but obviously, if we make contact, it will be a multi-charge with this unit as well. So Graham, of course, will get Overwatch here. So you do have 3 bursts and a fusion. Two bursts,
yeah.
because he's not the initial target, but if I reach him, I will be able to attack him.
Hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Strength 5. Toughness
3.
3s. Yep.
That is a wound. 3 up.
Normal save.
4. We're fine. The fusion.
6s. Nope.
Fails. Do we get in?
Double 1.
That's an 11-inch charge.
Yeah.
So they will definitely be in. Graham will just move them. Thank you kindly, sir. Right, the Overwatch side of it, however, Graham's just destroying. Really doesn't like Eldar. Doesn't like my Eldar, so he's just took them on the floor. Right, so the avatar's going into these guys down here. So Graham will get Overwatch there. Hurry up, man.
Yep, so that's 2, 4, 6. How many? 2, 4, 6. 14.
So 14 Overwatch shots against the avatar.
14, just getting me dice.
6s.
6s. Get the arms. Few 6s.
Yes, actually really well.
A few 6s. Wow.
That is brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant Overwatch. You need that again to wound. No, it's 5, sorry.
5
my bad.
Yeah.
1 wound.
1 wound.
So 1, 3 up. We get a 3. So, do we get in? On a 5, 6, 7. Yep. He will most definitely get into contact. No, that's the autark, it's the avatar. Avatar's in.
Oh.
It's on 6 wounds. As he bashes the tree aside. And does the autark get in? You won't be able to Overwatch this time because they're in combat. On a 5.
Yeah, they're in.
Yep, he'll be in as well. And finally, the Wraith Knight. I'm going to try and see if I can get in combat with the Storm Surge. So we'll come back to see if we can get in, because there's a lot of firepower to worry about here. See if he gets in combat. Well, actually, we'll do the Overwatch, might as well, seeing as all Graham's got his dice over here. So this is for the cluster missile.
11, 12, 13, 14 shots. 14.
We'll just pan across. So yeah, the Eldar is looking pretty thin on the ground here. But we are pushing dead into the tower deployment. So 6s for your cluster rocket.
3 6s.
3 6s. And
5s.
The 5s.
5. No, nothing.
Nothing.
Burst cannons.
8 shots for the burst cannons.
6s. 2 6s.
2.
It's cocked. Yep, it's got 2 6s. 5s. Yep, 1 save. Normal save.
Yep, 1 normal 3 up. We do pass on a 5.
The
smart missile system.
Missiles.
8 shots from that. It's onto the teeth, this thing as well.
That's 1 6. 5s. Nothing.
Nope.
And the heavy D6 from the big cannon.
1. No command points.
6s. Oh yes.
Oh, I just get it.
Strength 10.
I do need. Yep, 3s to wound. 2s to wound. Yeah, 3s to wound. Sorry.
So we wound. It is
-3, I believe.
I'm still on it. It's -3 D6 damage.
Okay, so 6 up. That is cocked. We get a 5, which we fail. Ulthwe.
Oh, I need to do the damage first.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, my bad.
5. So that was. What did I get for the damage? No, I need to roll D6.
Yeah, you need to roll your D6 damage.
6.
6. Oh! I need you to fail as many of these as possible.
6 damage.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I was
don't
going
know
to say
why I was
what
counting the dice.
Yeah.
Getting too.
Yep, getting too excited. If I get 1 6 here, I'm alive.
No 6s. No 6s.
It all comes down to this.
Come on, please, God.
I got a 6! I do get a 6. All 3 passing me there. But the Wraith Knight is down to 1 wound.
Come on, 1 wound against 2.
Now does he get in?
No.
On a 5, he doesn't even get in?
No,
that's not going to be enough for him to get in.
Just double check that.
That's a mile away.
Nah.
No, he does not get in.
Nope.
So the Wraith Knight is weakened.
Hobbling
along, yeah. That is brutal, so he's probably going to be dead on the next turn. Down to 1 wound.
Did say kill me.
Yeah.
Kill me or I kill you.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But we'll get on with the rest of the combat, and we'll hopefully we'll do some justice, but I pretty much... It'll be a miracle if this guy is still alive. But let's have a look and see what happens. Right, so it is the end of turn 3 for the Eldar. Can't believe it's turn 3. It feels like it's been like turn 30. Yeah. There's lots of shooting to happen in these particular games. when these two armies meet. So combat over here, we dealt 1 wound, not the best, but we suffered a wound back, but we saved it. A drone, like a frisbee, flew in and killed one of the Guardians here. As you can expect, we wiped out that unit there, Avatar killing 4, and then the Autarch killing the remaining 2. So he's just consolidated up there, and the Autarch's just dropped back 3 inches here. And obviously this guy just totally whipped out. I think I am going to try a couple of games without him. I think he's not reliable. I think he definitely needs Farseer support.
Crap.
He's not crap. Look at the damage he's done against you. But I don't know. Yeah, he's got 1 wound, so this guy's probably dead. So we'll have a look and see what happens. Not really looking forward to it, because if he dies, he just goes bang. So worried about this guy. I'm worried about this guy. But we'll have to wait and see. So we're going to go into Graham's third turn for the Tau. We're probably getting close to the end of the game now. There's very little model count. But the Eldar look as though they're trying to sweep in. But the Tau, they are cunning as well. So we'll have to have a look and see what happens. Right, so we're just back after turn 3 movement for the Tau. So the stealth teams have fell out of combat. Shadow Sun's just moved across here as well as the Martyr drones have fell out of combat and come over this way here. Across this side, the commander with his crisis team have just moved up, probably going to try and shoot these off this objective here. The Martyr drones have just moved closer towards the Bone Singer that way. The Fire Warriors as well as the Broadside is staying stationary, and of course the Storm Surges as well, with the tank is still down. Now the Ethereal has moved right near the foot of the Storm Surge, looking for protection there. So that's pretty much everything that can move. So we're going to go into shooting for the Tau on their turn 3. Let's see if it can bring down the Wraith Knight. Right, so we are just back after shooting and the end of turn 3 for Tau. So as you can see, the Wraith Knight, the great Wraith construct, has been destroyed. It didn't explode, but we think it looks cool. A lot of firepower, rapid fire coming in from these guys. Dropped the Bone Singer down to 1 wound. That was help from the Markelites after they'd killed, after the Wraith Knight was destroyed. Useful tactic there, because it meant that these guys could fire down at him with him being a character. The Broadside shot in and to the Wraith Knight as well. Didn't do any damage. These guys fired into the Striking Scorpions and dropped them down 3. A lot of firepower coming in from the commander and his unit, dropping this down, the Exarch down to 1 wound and killing the rest of his troop. We've done morale, and he's passed and they've passed as well. So it is a bit tight. We're going to go into Eldar turn 4. Turn 4 is going to be the last round, pretty much because I don't think we'll need a turn 5 here. So if we do, I'm sure we'll see what's what. But let's come back after turn 4. Probably going to do the whole turn now anyway, because with them not being a great deal of models left. So we'll do the whole turn and we'll come back at the end of Eldar turn 4. If anything major happens, certainly come back. Right, we are back after Eldar's turn 4. Pretty long turn actually. So what we've done is we've moved down here with the Wave Serpent, just to support in holding this objective and also to support firepower against these. In the shooting phase, we did shoot over to here and took 1 wound on this squad here. We also shot a random Starshot missile and did no damage. We then, over this side, we shot a couple of pistol shots and dealt a wound out to 1 guy, but then in combat we killed him, because we did succeed in a charge, took no damage on Overwatch. We fired a random pot shot into the Broadside and we took him down to half strength. And as you can see, the Storm Surge is gone. We fired a lot of firepower into the Ethereal, killed him with these bikes here, and then with the Vipers we shot into the Fire Warriors, reduced them down to 3. Then we charged the Autarch, the Avatar, the Autarch and the bikes into the Fire Warriors. This one failed and got into combat there and wiped them out. Then we consolidated into combat with the Broadside. Took no damage on Overwatch there. The Avatar took a wound from Overwatch as he charged into the Storm Surge and then minced him up. No damage, he didn't explode. So, doing quite well at this stage. Starting the sweep round, But we are going into the Tau's turn. Will be the last turn of the game. Let's see what they can do against the ambush of the Eldar. Let's have a look and see what they can do. Right, okay, so we are just back after Tau's turn 4, and it is the end of the game. So, what's occurred? Okay, so these guys, along with the commander, have moved up here, and then in subsequent shooting, the commander and the fusion has all fired into the wave serpent, reduced it down to 3 wounds, just not enough to puncture through it. This dude here, with his fusion and his burst, missed with the fusion, but with his burst cannon shot and killed the Exarch there. But because this unit is still blocking it, unable to claim it there. Over here, these guys dropped out of combat, shot into the Striking Scorpions and killed one of them. Not too bad. They are currently claiming that because of boots on the ground. And apart from that, nothing else has occurred. Because no point doing combat there. There's just no point in actually continuing that part there. And the Tau have finally been beaten. So, points-wise, we are claiming 1 point here. We are claiming 1 point here. The one in our deployment is 1 to us. We are also claiming 4 because we are claiming this one here. So, and then also a line breaker. So that puts the Eldar onto 7. The Tau are claiming this one here. They are also got First Blood and line breaker for this unit down here as well. So that puts the Tau on 3. So it's been very enjoyable. We'll quickly do after game analysis, but they have been beaten. Right guys, I hope you have enjoyed that battle. Just a bit of after game analysis. The Tau, Graham, what happened?
They got beat.
They got beat, yeah?
They got beat.
They finally been knocked off the pedestal that you put them on?
Yes. Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, but look, all jokes aside though, I still think that your Tau force, the list that you have at the moment is it's pretty good. It's pretty it's not overly competitive or anything like that.
No,
it's not what it's designed for, but I think it holds its own. I think it does rather well.
Needs tweaking. A few things which obviously we've discussed, which we could be tweaking. Thinking about maybe taking the broadside out and putting the crisis suit team in.
Yeah, I think another crisis team would do well. Either that or I think he did all right actually. Like considering he was on his own, he lent what he could. He did all right. I mean, he didn't get killed straight away. He was still on half strength. I think it's just if you maybe there's another one. Like a squad of 2 would do better, or for the time being, drop them out and put somebody else in.
But does this give us more incentive to paint Tau stuff? I think it does.
Yes. So the Eldar have taught this this young new race a lesson, and kicked them off the planet. But who would you say your model of the match would be for that game?
Model of the match, I would probably say the Riptide. Purely on the fact of
dished out a lot of damage
to the Wraith Knight early on. Yeah, your Bone Singer was a bit of a pain in the arse and kept on regenerating.
Kept healing him, yeah.
But I did take the.
Yeah, if I hadn't have had the Bone Singer, he'd have been dead. Yeah. Probably turn 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily because just he was on like 4 wounds, 8 wounds or something at one point, and then pushed him back up to 15.
Yeah.
But that was with the Isha's tier, and then using that as quite a good little combo. A little bit sneaky towards the end from me, I think.
Yes, definitely.
Pulling me.
Yeah.
The old reverse trick.
Yeah, the old reverse trick with the
wave servants. Yeah. But that's what Eldar are all about. But I think for me, I think either I think the Vipers did rather well. They just shredded units. Fair enough, they didn't fully kill the units, but I think they took enough down to significantly drop your firepower.
Yeah.
But I've got to give it to the Dark Reapers. Got to. I think they didn't do a great deal towards the late stages of the game, but at the early stages, that's what reduced a lot of your firepower down.
Yeah, and I felt like I had to do something
to retaliate.
I mean, taking 12 wounds off your Storm Surge in one round of shooting was really good, really helpful.
And I did feel like I had to retaliate on that one, hence the reason why the Commander and the Crisis Suit team came in where they came in.
Yeah, but it's something for the next Battles of the Bunker episode, though, for the next time that the Tower are on.
Are featuring, yes, they did win that last battle.
They did win it, yeah, but now, of course, are they going to come up against the Eldar at some point?
We could see a rematch.
We could, yeah.
But the more talk is, what was all that about at the end, at the very end?
Yes. We saw Gulliman getting brought out the webway by the Visarch.
Yes.
So just a little bit of fun. We're going to use that for a bit of a narrative, not a campaign. We've been talking about it for ages. We are finally going to do it. It's probably going to take some time to get out there. So don't be thinking, well, they said this and now it's not. We are going to work on it. Apocalypse game.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for years. We've never done one on camera. So we'll definitely get one of them sorted out. But we thought I'd make it a little bit of a narrative as well.
Yeah.
But I hope you've enjoyed this particular game. Please check out the rest of the channel. Certainly check out the battles. Obviously, if you want to see more featuring the Eldar and the Tau, all the way back from the very first one that we did. Obviously, they're on there and back in 7th. Obviously, Graham's repainted them as well. So if you want to see what they used to look like, they're featured earlier.
Yeah, they were red and black.
They were red and black, yes. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this battle. Please give the rest of the channel, give it a look over. If you like what you see, give us a like and a subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. We are on Facebook as well. It's always nice to be on Facebook. So certainly check us out, guys. But until next time, happy wargaming.